I know, right? It's not even foil.
I need the Venom. I need the Venom. Oh my god.
Welcome to the 100 Thieves facility. My name is Travis Gafford. If you haven't met me before, I do a bunch of stuff in a lot of different areas.
Marvel and Magic will never happen. It's impossible. The licensing won't work, and they were kind of right.
Ooh, Iron Spiders.
So this set was kind of a dream come true. That being said, I don't know that the set is a dream come true, but I got a lot of enjoyment out of the set. We're gonna open 4 collector boosters as we talked about this weekend. They're supposed to open at 9 o'clock, I believe. I think they opened up at 7 a.m. Things about this set have been a little funky. How you feeling this morning?
Tired.
What are we doing?
We're getting coffee.
Oh, I mean like the fun stuff.
Well, eventually we'll go to sleep tonight.
Okay. We're at Disneyland, kind of. Downtown Disney. Amanda is still waking up even though she drove here somehow. And apparently they let people purchase already even though the store's not open for 2 hours or something.
Very low on it. There's a chance he might not make it.
We hit 3 different pre-releases. One in Santa Monica at Paper Hero Games Friday afternoon.
What's going on here?
I'm just trying to dress like the card. You know, you got to dress for the job you want, right? And I'm trying to get that symbiote. So I need the Venom. I need the Venom. Oh my god. But I can't open it in a play booster, but I'll take any Venoms. You would never guess. I think he might like Venom.
The turnout was probably 60 to 70% of what they normally get, so not fantastic, but also not the worst.
I went 1 and 2, baby. I tried to equip a bunch of city pigeons. And it turns out when you take the core of your deck that's good, and then you remove it to play pigeons, yo, maybe we gotta redraw that gameplay.
Next gen, we hit up the following day. They were off about 6 people of their normal full capacity attendance. Still not fantastic, obviously. Final Fantasy was packed weeks and weeks before the set even launched. Then the last event that I have some real data for was the event that we throw with our esports and gaming group. This week, we landed ourselves at 100 Thieves. Thank you so much for hosting us. That was 46 players said yes. Our Final Fantasy turnout was like 70 to 80 players, so maybe even half of the people showed up for that. Gaming is generally going to lean more in the anime Final Fantasy area, or maybe that's just Cope, who knows. But there were a couple things that I learned. What would I have changed? This set was supposed to be like an Aftermath or an Assassin's Creed set. Part of me wishes it would have stayed that way. With a caveat here. I wish it would have stayed that way with maybe 2 commander decks. But those commander decks, if they really needed to milk us for money, could have been Secret Lair commander decks. One could have been villains, one could have been heroes. And the way that they could have marketed and handled that is they could have the premium versions online, the Secret Lair store, they could have the not so premium versions in stores like they've tried out with the Deadpool Secret Lair. I understand that they tried to make this a real set. I still really like the set and I'm having fun, but let's get into this pack. Ooh, nice. Foil Anti-Venom. Love that. Extended Art Iron Spider upgrade. Beautiful. We got a Peter Parker. I have not seen this one in person yet. That's amazing. Ha, get it? Amazing. Goblin Bombardment. I would just love to see this in a non-Universes Beyond deck with literally just this as the only Universes Beyond card in it. Full Art Lady Octopus. I think I would have mostly rather this set been a bunch of really playable reprints and very necessary hero and villain unique cards. Arguably similar to the Assassin's Creed micro set that they did. I know that people hated that, and while I imagine they thought releasing another Aftermath-like Assassin's Creed-like set would be net negative, I think having 2 different versions of the game, one digital, one paper, is arguably way, way, way worse. I've said a good amount of negative things about the set so far. One of the nicest things that I noticed during pre-release is that there were a bunch of people that were very excited to actually be there. Obviously, every pre-release, everyone's excited to be there. They're going in there to play Magic. What I will say is a lot of the players that I ran into were players that hadn't played in a long time and were coming back. Maybe they got back into it with Final Fantasy, and this was their next set, or some of them had played Edge of Eternities also. A very weird time to try to get into or back into Magic the Gathering, right? Nothing really feels like that home of Magic the Gathering, so I think Lorwyn will be very welcome. Venom, Eddie Brock. This is a welcome deck. Venom. I really have no clue how rare these are, but it's cool because I'm trying to 100% this set. This is a commander that I see a lot of people wanting to build. I'll probably be skipping it, mostly because I don't love this art. Nice, another Scarlet Spider Ben Riley. Ooh, this Doc Ock's sick. Lorthos Doc Ock. What's really interesting about this art, that it really reminds me of this set of art from Duskmourn. So it might be funny to put this in a deck with those also. Peter Parker's Camera. That's nice because I do camera stuff. So obviously I should love this card because it's a camera. Alright, what we're looking for here. Eddie Brock, Peter Parker, Miles, a Soulstone. Craven, okay, that's, not exactly it, but alright. Oscorp Industries, Spider-Woman. Like I said, I'm going to try to put this in a bunch of different decks. Traumatized, love that one. I need the Mind Break Trap from that. Ooh, Ultimate Green Goblin, love that. And the final card, art card. Doc Ock's Tentacles. Spider Ham. Ooh, Spider-Man 2099, that's great. I kind of want to build them. There's just something about this color pairing. While I do love them apart, I don't love them together for some reason, and I feel like every time I try to build this, it just gets real sweaty. And that's not a good time for everyone else. I'm going to get rid of the token. Okay. Oh, 9 lives. That's cute. And ooh, Maximum Carnage. That's pretty cool. Alright, so do I think this box is worth it? Is any cardboard really worth it? The answer is no. It was not worth it. Right now the boxes are like at retail or maybe a little bit low. And it's still kind of not worth it unless you're hitting like one of the crazy Spider-Man or like obviously the Thanos Soulstone or above. So maybe wait a little bit longer or buy singles. Buying singles is definitely more the move on this set than buying full boxes. And that hurts me to say, but that's where this set is at. If you're like the many millions of people that enjoyed Into the Spider-Verse, I'm sure cards like Lady Octopus, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Ham, seeing these characters in paper, in Magic, reliving my 90s cartoon dreams with, Kraven the Hunter, Doc Ock, the Green Goblin. Okay, the Hydra Man, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I have no affinity for this character. This card is a banger, so I would highly suggest playing it in most of your blue decks. Like, this Traumatize just loads of nostalgia, waves of nostalgia for this kind of stuff. And I'm not someone that's big on nostalgia, like at all. I'm actually kind of like anti-nostalgia. But maybe not, because when I see stuff like this, this Todd McFarlane art, as Krim talks about in the video that I did with him.
There's no way this doesn't get a variant comic treatment on the cards. Like, this is too good. Todd McFarlane, dominated, the 90s pretty much.
Seeing that stuff is just so cool. I have, artworks of many of these characters behind me and on my walls in my office. Seeing Mysterio and Eddie Brock. It's a really good time for people that like these characters and have fond memories of them. Anyways, I could talk about this forever, and maybe I will somewhere, but I think it's safe to believe the anti-hype for it, because if you're not in with these characters, then it probably doesn't make sense for you. But if you are, I think you'll have a great time. It is sad that I have to say, getting product at MSRP will be amazing, because it should just always be MSRP, if not lower. and this product may go lower. And maybe that's the time to get in if you have nostalgia. Much more content on Spider-Man and Marvel MTG to come. Amanda's a big fan of Avatar, so I'm sure we'll be making a bunch of content about that. I need to start watching Avatar so I can understand what these characters are and why I should care about any of them. But that I'm being wizards now. I'm talking about promoting the next set, and this set is barely just launched. Anyways, go play Spider-Man. Hell yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Have fun with us opening up more packs. See you later.
I had a Kozilek Butcher of Truth in that deck, and I was like, this card's so busted.
They don't want to see what they've loved get pushed to the side for what they see everywhere else, right?
There's a lot of strong opinions on both sides here. For me, personally,